Thank you very much. It is an honor to be here. It is an inspiration to be here. But before I can really progress, I've been made aware that the international relayers have been asking questions about my boots. So I wanted to come over here and make sure you got a good look before we all leave. Yeah. They are real. I am born and raised in Texas. We also have a horse. And do you want to guess what kind of vehicle I drive? I drive a Volvo, so there you go. All right, I have to admit, the speakers this weekend have been incredible. I was really intimidated when Brian came out the first day, right out of the bat. He was awesome. He starts clicking through his slideshow. I'm sitting back there in the corner at High Plains going, I don't have any slides. I don't have any slides. What are we going to do? And so I started getting together some things and thinking, okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm talking backstage to Sandra, and she was like, the speakers this weekend have been incredible. They picked these volunteers to close following these pros. And I was like, thank you. I can relate to you. You know what I'm going through. Her slideshow had animals in it. So I feel like you're leading me on a little bit, Sandra, but I guess we'll continue on and see what we can do. I want to provide a little bit different perspective to y'all. All the things that we've covered this weekend have been absolutely incredible. And while I'd love to speak on many of those things, I don't know that I can do it any better than the people that you've heard. So what I'm going to do is try and give you a little bit different perspective, kind of wrap things up, and really try and demonstrate why we relay. Let me start with my story. My sophomore year in college, I'm going to make my camera guy work back there. My sophomore year in college, I actually started showing symptoms, but at the time, I didn't know that they were symptoms. My back started hurting very badly. I actually had to cancel an event at Christmas because it hurt too much to go walk with my family. By the time spring break rolls around, I come home and my parents ask me, Wade, why are you limping? And my back and my leg had gotten so bad that I hadn't even realized it, but I had started to walk with a limp. By the time I moved home in the summer, I was actually having to reach down and pull my leg back up into my truck. I was driving a truck at that time. I had to reach down and pull my leg back up into the truck because I'd lost so much strength and function. And at that point, even I was like, man, this can't be good. This is not right. I have a long history of strange sports injuries. I've broken my jaw. I've dislocated my shoulder numerous times, fingers, toes, elbows, knees. I mean, I've done it all. So I'm thinking, okay, strange injury. I'll overcome, nothing too crazy. I go and see my sports doctor, who looks a lot like Marty, actually, and is kind of this bigger guy, and he's kind of coached me through a lot over the years. And he sits down across from me, and he says, Wade, I don't think I can coach you through this one. Of course, I'm sitting there like, I don't know what that means. He says, well, I've actually scheduled an appointment with an oncologist, someone I feel very confident with. I want you to go see her right now. So we go over there, and of course, my mind is just racing, and I don't know what's happening. And we go in there, and we start talking to this female doctor, this woman, and she was incredible. I don't know if you've ever been around these people that you feel like they're so intelligent that you feel smarter. So we're sitting here talking to her, and she just jumps in, and she just starts telling us, and I have so much respect for her. But the thing that really threw me off is, I don't know if you ever experienced this, but she was talking at me with her eyes closed. And this is very strange. So not only are you sitting here being explained all of these things that are about to happen to you, but when you hear you have cancer, all I'm thinking is, her eyes are closed. So I didn't really know. It took me a second to process through that. I had to overcome, here's this very intelligent person telling me I have a very scary disease, and it was weird. But we moved on. We always move on. So I was extremely fortunate, extremely blessed that my treatment actually began within a week of my diagnosis. It rolled over immediately. And this is me before treatment. I actually took this photo almost exactly a week before treatment, completely unsuspecting. Had no idea what was about to happen to me. I meet with my oncologist. She recommends a very aggressive treatment. We're going to hit this hard. We're going to hit it fast. And this is what happens when you do that. And things got kind of rough. And that's what happens. This is a drug called methotrexate. It is very, very hard on me in particular. All those things that you hear about chemotherapy, all of those awful, awful things that happen, this guy rocked my world. It was awful. But we did it. Interesting fact, I actually was diagnosed and treated at Cook Children's, which is a children's hospital. I don't know if you've put this together yet. I'm not your typical child. So I was that awkward old guy in the hospital. The flip side of that was that at my hospital, I was about maybe 2 miles from Texas Christian University, which is a very strong nursing program. So all the nurse interns were about my age. So, I mean, under different circumstances, who knows? But I'm very, very, very blessed because by God's grace and the wonders of science, I did my regimen, we hit it hard, we hit it fast, it worked. Full recession, first try, outstanding. But where do we go from there? I knew that I could not just be a survivor. Too much had happened. This was too crazy. I can't just be a survivor. So I decide I'm going to get back up to campus, which again, another testament. Within almost 6 months from the time I was diagnosed, I was back on campus. That's absolutely incredible. Get back on campus, contact Relay, contact Mel, our staff's partner, and said, this is what I want to do. I want to be a part of Relay. I made the ask. My business fraternity, Delta Sigma Pi, I went to them and said, I want to do Relay. Will anybody do it with me? We formed 3 teams, became the second largest fundraising group on campus in our first year. During this time, we went from, I got up and stood up in a meeting. I just saw that clock, I'm so going over. I got up and stood in the meeting. I talked to, I stood up in a meeting. Staff partner says, will you come speak at our fight back? I go and speak at the fight back. Staff partner tricks me into leaving a school event, come down to the summit where they end up giving me an award and an opportunity to speak. And then after that is when things got very, very real for me. After that opportunity, someone comes up to me and says, Wade, I need to tell you something. I know you have no idea who I am, but I think you need to hear this. 20 years ago, my father was diagnosed with the exact same cancer that you had. And we had to watch it consume him, and we had to watch it kill him. And I had to take a moment. I didn't know how to respond to that because she just told me that the exact same cancer that I had killed her father, and here I am having just received an award with the exact same diagnosis. And it hit me. People like all of you are the reason why I am up here today and not in the ground. So I knew I have to do more. I have to do more. We have to do more. There's got to be more to do. And people started coming up to me, Wade, come speak at this. Wade, come speak at this. Please come speak at this. And I said, okay, I'll be there. My staff partner still tells me, you need to say no to something. So far, I haven't had to do that. But it's just been a whirlwind adventure. So let's do a real quick summary and kind of see where we go from there. Relay for Life turns these moments into these. I totally tricked my slideshow people. I'm sorry. Relay for Life turns those moments of a stage 3 cancer, those moments of illness, those moments of weakness, those moments of frustration, they turn them into these moments. They turn them into 3 relay teams. They turn them into moments of joy. They turn them into moments of hope. They turn them into moments of victory, to friendship. This is Joshua West. He is a very, very good friend of mine and someone I met through Relay. And the strength of the bonds of your relationships through Relay are incredible because he actually goes to Oklahoma State and we actually have a picture together. But those moments those really difficult moments turned into great moments. Very, very good moments. So, y'all can drop that slide now. I've got it, don't worry. So let's review. What Relay for Life does. Relay for Life gets a hold of a life. It saves it. It transforms it. I just totally tricked y'all again. I'm sorry. Bring that next one up. Y'all know. Okay, there. That one. This was me before cancer. And this right here is me after cancer. Relay for Life grabs a life, saves it, transforms it. Basic biology of cancer. Cell mutates, gets out of control, continues to mutate, grows, affects, makes change, negative. Relay for Life. One person has a concept, gets involved, makes a commitment, starts to fight back cancer. It grows, it becomes bigger and bigger, it makes changes, positive effect. But we can't stop. We can't stop now. 2011 was a great year. We've looked at all the accomplishments we've had this weekend, all the statistics, all the people that have been talking, all of the lessons that we've learned in our breakouts, in our general sessions. 2011 has been a great year. How many are satisfied with that? How many of you are satisfied that 2011 was enough? Hopefully no one. And we know why. We know way too many people. We know way too much information to be satisfied with just what we've done. 1 in 3 women in the United States, 1 in 2 men will ultimately be affected by cancer. We cannot be satisfied until we reach a cancer-free world. Even in victory, we have to continue our fight. In 6 weeks, I go in for my 2-year checkup. And this is a really big milestone for me because in my particular case, the most recurrence is within the first 2 years. So if I can make it through this next one, it will be a huge accomplishment as far as my probabilities go. But I'm also, thank you. I'm also aware. I'm aware of the fact that if I do relapse, if something happens, the efficacy of treatments goes down. My survival rates will go down. I'm aware of that. I know that. That's why what we are doing is so important. Everything that you do, all of the fundraising, I just can't even, as a survivor, it's so hard to really relay how much we appreciate what you're doing. When I was diagnosed with cancer in June of 2009, all I wanted to do was make it to my 21st birthday at the beginning of 2010. Every dollar that you raise, American Cancer Society says that my cancer has about a 50-50 10-year survival rate. Every dollar that you raise, every accomplishment that you make at your relays, everything that you're doing is an investment for me to be there in 2020 and to be there in person so that my Luminaria says in honor of and not in memory of. That's what you're doing. We do so much more than fundraise. Fundraising is huge. And I would say after everything that we've learned this weekend, raise your expectations. We've learned such quality things this weekend. Invest in your people back home. Invest in your volunteers. Invest in your donors. Invest in your sponsorships. If you will invest in them, raise your expectations, let everybody meet you. Go home, change the world, let's fight this. The money you raise is an investment in hope. And it's not just an investment in the people like me that are still alive and in front of you. It's also an investment in those people that we don't know yet, those people that have yet to be diagnosed, those people that have yet to be born. Because the fact of the matter is, right now, we still live in a world with cancer. That's why we have to continue doing what we're doing. We have to continue to fight because we're not at our goal yet. So we continue on. Ultimately, I wanted to put a little bit of perspective. If you want to know why you relay, I am why you relay. Every year that you go out and you put your heart and soul into this initiative, you're investing in the fact that I will get to relay the next year. You're investing in the fact that I'm going to land on the positive side of that 50-50. You're investing in yourselves, and you're investing in the next generation. That is why I'll close, and I will say, I'm Wade Brockway. I am a survivor, and I will celebrate, I will remember, and I will fight back. Thank you.